Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Monday, November 13th, 2023. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with some independent wrestling news. Andrade El Idolo has been booked for his first independent appearances since July of 2022, as the AEW star will be making 3 appearances for Game Changer Wrestling, according to an announcement made on Sunday. Andrade will appear at 3 GCW shows in December and January, with the first coming up on December 9th in Los Angeles at the company's Highest in the Room 2 event. No opponent has yet been named. The former WWE United States Champion will also appear on shows in Chicago on January 12th and Tampa on January 26th. Since leaving WWE at the end of 2020 and signing with AEW in 2021, Andrade has only made 2 independent wrestling appearances in the United States. The first came in July of 2021 during a Mucha Lucha event in Norcross, Georgia, while the second occurred during Ric Flair's retirement show in July of 2022, when Andrade teamed with his father-in-law to defeat Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Jersey Championship Wrestling ran their The Quick and the Dead show on Sunday at the Knights of Columbus in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. The show streamed on YouTube and featured several AEW and New Japan contracted talents. Jordan Oliver retained the JCW title for the 17th time after turning back the challenge of Manders in the main event. In other selected results, Mike Bailey defeated Billy Starks, Alex Coughlin and Gabe Kidd defeated John Wayne Murdoch and Reed Bentley, Lee Moriarty defeated Man Like DeReese, and Charles Mason defeated Janai Kai. Turning to the United Kingdom, Progress Wrestling presented Chapter 159 Wonder Brawl yesterday at the O2 Ritz in Manchester, England. In the main event, Progress Women's Champion Riho retained her title against Lana Austin. The Progress Atlas Champion Ricky Knight Jr. was also successful, turning back the challenge of Shigehiro Irie. In other selected results, Leon Slater topped Francesco Akira, Charles Crowley defeated Matthew Raywalt, and Robbie X topped Jack Bandicoot. Taking a look at Japan, the 13th annual Stardom Goddess Tag League came to an end on Sunday inside the Aori Nagaoka in Nagaoka, Japan. Micah and Megan Bain defeated Suzu Suzuki and Mai Sierra in 15 minutes and 47 seconds to claim this year's honors. Earlier in the show, Suzuki and Sierra received a forfeit victory over Syuri and Saki Kashima to advance from the Red Stars block. Micah and Megan Bain also received a forfeit victory in the blue block over the team of Hazuki and Koguma. The 14-team tournament had been riddled with forfeitures, as Stardom has lost 8 wrestlers over the last 6 weeks due to injury or illness. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.